Weili Zhang versus Xionan UFC 300 co-main event. I have not got to a point where I am going to pick Xionan to win this fight, but I am predicting one thing. This fight will go into the later rounds. I believe it's going to go the distance, and I think it is going to be a very, very close fight. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised at how Xionan is going to compete with Zhang Weili, because Zhang Weili is a massive favourite in this fight because she overwhelms almost all the women she fights. Like when she fought Carla Esparza, she annihilated her. When Carla Esparza fought Xionan, she actually annihilated Xionan, which was pretty surprising. And a lot of people look at what Zhang Weili did to Weili and Jacek. A lot of people, including myself, thought that Zhang Weili beat Rose Namajunas in the rematch. And they're just looking at this fight like, again, it is one-sided. But Xionan, again, in my opinion, is a very real challenge for Zhang Weili. Xionan has very crisp striking. She is very good at picking her opponents apart, not giving them more opportunities than they need, and she's a pretty good counter-striker. She knocked out Jessica Andrade with one shot when Andrade was coming to her. She walked her into that right hand and flatlined her. It was incredible what she was able to do. Xionan was never seen as a massive puncher. Zhang Weili is more of a volume puncher, the way that she throws her combinations, but I don't think Xionan is going to get caught by those combinations because, again, she does have very tight defense most of the time. I thought Xionan beat Marina Rodriguez by catching her when Rodriguez wanted to lead off with the right hand. Xionan was waiting and she was catching her, and when Rodriguez did go for it in the third round, Xionan just got outstruck. She didn't get hurt, in my opinion. What let her down when she fought Carla Esparza was the takedown defense. Carla Esparza put on the performance of her career, in my opinion. And I think the takedown defense percentage could be key in this fight. Zhang Weili has a 66 takedown defense percentage, whereas Xionan has 70%. And Zhang Weili doesn't really fight girls who try to take her down. I know Rose Namajunas did in the rematch, but most of the girls, Weili and Jacek, Amanda Lemos, none of these girls really were shooting for Zhang Weili that much. Whereas Xionan, she has fought a lot of girls who have tried to take her down. Claudia Gadelha was shooting takedowns non-stop when they fought, and she only got 2 out of 10. When she fought Mackenzie Dern, Dern shot 11 takedowns in that fight and only got 2 of them. I think Xionan is going to be ready to stop the takedowns when they come from Zhang Weili, because Zhang Weili, as we've seen, if she's unable to beat her opponents on the feet, she does look for takedowns. She chose to do that against Amanda Lemos and wasn't really able to do anything on the ground. Against Carla Esparza, she was just so much bigger and stronger, whereas against Lemos, it was just a takedown fest and control time sort of fight. I think if she resorts to takedowns against Xionan, I don't know if she's going to be able to get them. And really, in terms of age and stats, these two girls are about as evenly matched as you could get. They're both around the same height, same reach, same age. It's literally about as even a matchup as you can get on paper. And what I think is going to win Zhang Weili this fight is that she switches stances a lot. Xionan is a lot more basic, she sticks to the fundamentals a lot more, and that works well for her. But Zhang Weili is very good at timing opponents and making them guess because, again, she's constantly switching stances, and as we've seen since her losses to Rose Namajunas, she has a lot more variety in her game. Again, I thought she won the rematch, and she was piecing Rose Namajunas up at times to where Rose Namajunas had to kind of resort to lay and pray to win the fight. She also knocked out Weili and Jacek with a very impressive spinning back fist. I'm going to outline why I think this fight is going to be close as long as it lasts, and that is Zhang Weili. She can be a bit predictable at times. Again, she has improved at mixing her game up and keeping her opponents guessing, but she can still be a little bit predictable. She does load up a lot, and the fact that she's able to maintain her speed as much as she does for a woman who loads up as much as she does throughout the fight, and she also packs as much muscle as she does, is very impressive. Xionan, I think being basic is going to help her in this fight because you don't need to be spectacular and flashy to beat Zhang Weili. The best thing you can do, in my opinion, is let her overextend at times, let her set herself, because when she stands still, she is fairly hittable in my opinion. Xionan is open to jabs all night, but Zhang Weili doesn't really rely on the jab a lot. And I think Xionan will be able to pick Zhang Weili apart a little bit on the outside. Now, Zhang Weili is going to respond, and I can see this being an action fight. Again, I do think this is going to be entertaining, but Yan Xiaonan, in my opinion, has the striking experience, the compact defense, and the patience to frustrate Zhang Weili and push her and give her a lot to think about. I can see this fight again coming down to the wire, but I'm going to pick Zhang Weili to win because she does have more variety to her game. She is not afraid to get hit whatsoever. If you do hit her, she sometimes actually gets happy and thinks, okay, cool, we're in a fight now. So I can see a scenario where Yan Xiaonan has success in each round, but Zhang Weili is able to land the heavier shots, and she'll do it not by looking pretty out there, but she'll try to get the takedown. When she's unable to get it, because I think Yan Xiaonan will stuff the takedowns, Weili is just going to sort of swing for the fences a little bit. And if she does that, then she could be open to be caught. But I think she will maintain enough defense to where Xionan won't be able to catch her like she did in Drash. And I do think the body kicks from Zhang Weili, which again she uses a lot of them these days, will pay dividends because Yan Xiaonan isn't really a kicker, and even when she does kick, it's with nowhere near as much force as Zhang Weili. So my prediction is Zhang Weili by decision, but I would not be shocked at all if Yan Xiaonan was able to pick up a win, because usually when it comes to the stand-up in a fight and me picking a winner, I have to pick who has the better defense, who might be able to expose the holes in the stand-up game of the other fighter, etc. But this one is so even, in my opinion. I think it really could just be a case of who ends up having the better night. I don't think there's anything technically which makes me want to sway to either fighter. So my thought is, again, it goes the distance, and Zhang Weili will pull out the victory by landing the heavier shots, but it's going to be close in my opinion. So let me know your thoughts down below. Who are you picking and why? Do you agree with my assessment of why this fight, in my opinion, will be close? And do you think Zhang Weili is going to dominate? Because I'm sure a lot of people are picking that to happen. Drop your thoughts down below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel for more as always.